It's finals time. The rain has gone, the sun is shining, the world's best athletes are about to entertain you. They're about to compete for gold. This is the second International Canoe Federation Canoe Slalom World Cup for 2023. We're coming to you live from Prague. We've already today had some incredible racing, but I feel that the best is yet to come. We've got about an hour or so of the best male paddlers and the best female paddlers doing their bit in a kayak down a river incredibly fast. My name's Ross Solly, incredibly excited to be here with you this afternoon. Sitting alongside me, Team GB's Kimberly Woods, who just missed out on being in the final. Kimberly, that run of yours was so good. Just one little mistake. Hello, how are you?
Hello, it's nice to be here again. Obviously would have liked to have been in that final, and yeah, I'm so stoked to watch the girls put it down and hopefully have something really exciting racing.
I always say, Kim, that the big incentive for you guys to get through to a final is that you don't have to join me in the commentary box. And I really thought you were going to get there today. It was but there is a really tough combination out there, which we'll talk about in just a moment, which found everybody wanting in the men and the women. But before that, let's have a look at one of our Olympic hopefuls for Paris 2024.
Hello, my name is Sofia Reynoso. I'm from Mexico. I made my debut at the Tokyo Olympics and I hope to be in Paris 2024. Well, what it meant for me to be the first Mexican to be ever racing at the Olympics, it was truly a beautiful feeling. I felt really proud and it felt like a start of something that can be big, and I felt excited to be not only the first athlete, if not a girl, to doing it. Having already been to one Olympics, hasn't it made it easier to think about or qualify for the next one? I think it's made it a little harder. For me, it's not only about the racing, if not I have to be everything. There's a lot of dealing with the administration process, organizing things and being your own team leader and your own coach. But I'm enjoying every moment, every race, and the opportunity to be here. It's already hard enough, so I'm enjoying the process more than the outcome.
Yes, the incredibly talented Sofia Reynoso, just reminding us, Kimberly, that some people do it a lot tougher than others. When you're a one-person team, you don't have anyone there, you don't have physios, you don't have team leaders, you don't have doctors, you're doing it all by yourself. It's a slalom.
Yeah, it is, and hats off to those who do it. I feel quite fortunate being a part of the British team. We have a really good team behind us, and for someone to have to do it, not on their own, because we've got a great community in canoeing, and yeah, we all back each other.
Now let's have a look at this final field, and gee, there's some big names in there, but again, some exciting names. Lena Tunison up there, Kimberly, at the top there. Second week in a row she's made a final. I think putting her hand up for one of the most improved paddlers of the year already.
Yeah, and she came back from a shoulder injury as well, so it's amazing to see how much she's progressed from having that injury, and she's definitely learned a lot by being in the finals.
Has anyone checked out that shoulder to make sure it's not a bionic shoulder? Let's have a look at where all the penalties have been so far today. Not a lot of 50s, but some trouble up the top, but it's the combination down the bottom where there's not a lot of penalties occurring, but there's a lot of time being lost. And we'll talk about that, Kim, in a moment when Lena gets down to that part of the course, but we are underway. We have 10 paddlers. Who's your smart money on right now, Kimberly?
It's hard to say.
You're not allowed to put you in that position, because you've got to be fair and honest here, because it's a quality field. We've got Olympic champions, world champions, Olympians. It really, really is the creme de la creme of women's kayak paddling. Only missing your good self, Kimberly, to make up the best 10 in the world. But Lena Tunison, she gets the chance to kick this final off and to put down a time that everybody else has to beat. And I always ask this, Kim, but is it better in a final to be one of the first on the course or one of the last on the course?
I think it kind of depends on what your mindset is. I know a lot of people prefer to go first because they don't hear what the rest of the people are doing in front of them, and I actually quite like going down towards the last so you can get really fired up. And yeah, unfortunately Lena's got a 2-second penalty, but she's going to look to refocus for these two upstreams.
I know it's interesting you say that, Kim, because I remember a couple of finals where you've gone early and laid down some very fast times, but it is depending on the day, of course. A 2-second penalty. Well, we saw Ricarda Funk get through. Ooh, ouchie, ouchie. That could be a 50. I don't think her boat was anywhere near that gate. unfortunately for Lena Tunison, because you have to get part of the boat through the gate as well, don't you?
Yeah, your whole head and part of the boat, and yeah, unfortunately she was just a bit too far off the inside pole.
So I suspect that gate, I think it was gate 18, that's the one they're reviewing, I suspect that will be a 50 for Lena Tunison, which is not an ideal start, of course, but who knows, maybe every athlete will run into similar trouble, but I don't think there's any point questioning that one, Lena. It looked pretty clear for a 50-second penalty, but that is the way the finals fall. You cannot play safe in a final, can you?
No, I think some people kind of can. They've got the speed to do so, and they can be very quick with that, but yeah, she'll be really disappointed with that. She has such high skill set to lay one down like she did in the semi-final, but yeah, she'll be happy to have made the final, but we've got some really good boats coming.
So our judging team, German, an Estonian and an American. Ooh, look at that. No, I don't think so. Can you make a case for that, Kim?
Personally, I don't think so, but...
No, we're not judges, though. We're mere mortals in the game of canoe slalom, so it's confirmed. Probably no surprises there. It was just a little bit too tight, unfortunately, Lena Tunison, and that's the way it goes sometimes when you're trying to cut the corners and get that extra half a second or so. Now, speaking of exciting young paddlers, Amelie Hilbertova now at home. How much of an advantage is it paddling at home in front of a home crowd on an afternoon like this, Kim?
I think it's a great advantage paddling at home, and the Czechs always make it in a very exciting race, and it's amazing to see Amy in the final and on the team again, as she's been really fighting to get back there, and hopefully she can put something down for us and make it exciting.
Oh, there we go. Wow, that's she went way too deep on that one. So there's a 2-second penalty early on for Amelie Hilbertova. She now knows she has to make some time up somewhere else on the course.
Hopefully she can do this. Just stays off the pole, but she'll keep the boat running. She's got a lot of speed in the tank, and anything can happen in a final.
And we do know, I mentioned at the start, there is that combination at the bottom of the course, Kim, where if you nail it, if you do it really, really well, you can actually pick up a bit of time.
Yeah, and the girls will probably opt to surf the wave a little bit, but there definitely is a line that you can take over the top, and Amy's on getting some speed back down this course and looking to sweep out really nicely there, and yeah, keep the boat nice and flat and running through these next few.
So Amelie Hilbertova from the Czech Republic, hoping to put down a time that could threaten for a top 5 at least. Should be a good move for her, good result for her after finishing 12th last week.
Wow. I mean, it's hard to tell early on with the 54 seconds ahead.
This is the combination we're talking about, and time. Oh, yeah, see, that's so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really physical, and if that water catches you out, you've got to react very quickly, and I think she's done really well to stay calm in the moment.
The good thing for these athletes, Kim, is they've all done the run already. They've done that combination. They will know what worked for them or didn't work for them in the semi-final. And if they weren't happy with the way it went in the semi, they can do it differently in the final. But it'll be playing on a few minds, I'm sure.
Yeah, my coach loves to say you never paddle the same river twice, because the water's so changeable, and you never know what you're going to fully get, and it's the best paddlers that react in the moment well.
So we've had 2 paddlers already in the final, and we're yet to see a run that we think would challenge for a medal. Certainly, unfortunately for Lena Tunison, she picked up a 50-second penalty, and Amelie Hilbertova there, a 2-second penalty. Now let's look at her time. Her time was 106.24. Jess Fox's time in the semi of 102, so 106 is around sort of bottom part of the top 10, so that's what we're looking at, probably for a gold around the 102, 103 today. Teresa Fiserova, again another Czech out there.
A very, very exciting paddler. She's come on so much in her kayak and definitely transferring her skills, and let's see if she can take some of these ups and some of these spins on.
Yes, she's gone the opposite way of Jiri Prskavec. He's a kayak paddler and tried his hand at canoe. Teresa has been doing canoe for many, many years and has had a crack at kayak in the last couple of years and is doing very, very well at it, has to be said.
That was very, very good. And yes, it's only the last couple of years she's made the team in kayak, and it's really cool to see she actually performing against the top kayak girls in the Czech Republic.
Wow, that was good too.
Yeah, just manages to stay off that pole but uses the water really well, and she'll look to just calm down and just take this up on the sweep.
So everything under control at the moment. She can hear the crowd. I'm sure she can hear the loudspeaker. The loudspeaker gets a little bit louder when the Czechs are on the course.
Yeah, the fans definitely get louder as well as you get further down, and they start cheering and clapping, and yeah, the commentary just goes wild.
I'm not sure much work has been done this Friday afternoon in Prague. Kimberly, it seems like most of Prague are down here cheering on there, and that's a very smooth move.
Yeah, that was really smooth. She stays so close to the inside pole, and you can tell she's working really hard here.
Here we go. This is going to be the run that the rest of the paddlers. Oh, she went too early.
Yeah, she slipped a little around gate 18, so didn't quite get the height into 19, and yeah, unfortunately took that penalty and lost her time advantage, but she can still make time up.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
No.
Oh no! And there's a 50. Oh, she'll go back and do that. But don't you dare tell her, Kimberly, that I just said that there's the run. This is the run everyone's going to, because the commentator's curse. It exists.
Yeah, and you feel bad for it as well.
I feel terrible about it because she was tracking so well, but now unfortunately that's blown out. She'll go back and look at that replay and she'll realise she had that race in the palm of her hands.
Yeah, she'll know it, and now she'll just look to refocus for the canoe tomorrow morning.
Yep. So disappointment for Teresa Fiserova, a little bit of disappointment for the home fans, but they would have loved seeing her in action. And I like her attitude. Even when she has a bad run, she still has got a very positive outlook on the sport and where she is, and she knows she's like you, Kimberly. She'll come back tomorrow and have a crack at the canoe. And if that doesn't go to her favour, she'll come back on Sunday and have a crack at the kayak cross.
Yeah, I guess that's the benefits of tripling up at these races. You do more work by...
Are you still enjoying it? Are you still enjoying tripling up? Or?
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun as well at the same time. You get to finish off with the kayak cross, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I feel tired just watching you guys, though, especially if you have to do a couple of runs to qualify for either the kayak or the canoe. That is a long weekend. Now, we are very excited to see Corinna Kuhnle back paddling. There was some people wondering, including myself, whether after missing out on Tokyo, whether that might be it for Corinna Kuhnle, but she is back and she is determined. She's had to fight off COVID, which really laid her low for some time. She really struggled with that and really struggled to get back on the water. But she's back here, Kimberly Woods, and she looked really strong in the semi, and we know what she's capable of.
Yeah, she's probably one of the strongest on the circuit, and she seems to be playing it quite safe at the minute, but looking really smooth, just doing the barrodas on those spins where you see the kayak men probably taking them on the sweep, but it works when you've got so much speed.
And at the moment she's clean, and that's the most important thing.
That was really nice. Sometimes it gets quite boily in that eddy, but she used it really well, and hopefully can just stay smooth in this section and then reset for the ups, which is not too bad.
No, so the split's good. The split is very good at the moment. There is time to be picked up at the bottom of the course as well, but there's also time to be lost. There's a very tricky move coming up which can really blow your final if you don't get it right. But Corinna Kuhnle is a very experienced paddler. If anybody knows how to deal with these sorts of situations, it is her. Let's see how she goes. She's got to get across nicely. Using the wall, perfectly legal, no problem at all. Kimberly Woods does that all the time. She's very good at it, I've got to say. So down a bit now on the split, but let's see how she goes here, because there's time to be made up here. Oh, nice. Go, go, go.
Putting the afterburners on there, you can see her grit in her teeth and working really hard, and it's just a long sprint to the finish. Yeah,
I think we've got a new race leader coming our way, have we? I think just under the 1.0s. Oh, just outside.
So close.
Well, Amelie Hilgertova, she's sitting there on top of the leaderboard, and at the moment, by 0.03, she is our current race leader, and Corinna Kuhnle hard to see where she lost the time there, but she was pretty smooth for most of the run, Kim.
Yeah, I'm a little bit baffled by that myself, but just getting held in that last little hole can be so time costly, and we saw Amy get stuck in there as well, but it just proves how much Amy was really good in that middle part of the run.
So far, Corinna Kuhnle, the only athlete to go down clean, which even makes it more surprising her final time, but she must have lost a bit of time somewhere. It can be very misleading sometimes watching. You don't realise just that the boat might be stuck a little bit more than it seems to the naked eye, but at the moment she's sitting in the silver medal position, and this Czech crowd, they're on the edge of their seats because at the moment they've got a local sitting in the gold medal position, but we're not even halfway, and we talk about how great it is to have athletes back. Here is an Olympic silver medalist, Luuka Jones from New Zealand. When I talk about people who have had it tough the last couple of years, well, Luuka Jones, she went through a stage in New Zealand where she could barely get out of bed. She had COVID and it really laid her low, Kim, and she struggled to do so much. She missed all of last season, basically.
Yeah, she did come out to Europe at the start of last year, but she just couldn't, her body couldn't do it, and she made the decision, and
is it?
She did that spin so well, and then just unfortunately couldn't quite get her bows clear of that outside pole.
And even this year, when she was, they had selections. Was she done? Yep. When they had selections back in New Zealand, even for selection, she had COVID again. She caught it again, which is very unlucky. But so she had to sit out some of the selections. But when you're an Olympic silver medalist, you can get special circumstances.
She's done that section really well there after the not so good start she would have wanted, and to be only a 1.2 down with penalties as well, and
yep.
She's just done that really well, getting good grip on that sweep.
So at the moment she's got 4 seconds in penalties added onto that time. There it is, that's confirmed now. She has definitely, she's gone deep there.
I didn't quite get the bows lifting really lightly, and the water not helping her at all, but she's just surfed that really well into 19 there and came out quite nicely.
I think she's going to struggle though to get anywhere near the time set by Emily Hilbertova, which is 106.24, and Luca's got caught a little bit there as well. So
yeah, it seemed like her plan just to surf the wave and be safe and just make sure you just hold on that end to not slide out, and you can tell that she's putting in so much effort.
Yep. So unfortunately for Luuka, with an asterisk, she's in 3rd position at the moment, but look, she'll have mixed emotions now. I think she'll just be happy to be back racing again, but obviously a little bit of disappointment that run didn't go the way she might have hoped. But
again, another athlete will be happy to be in the final, especially the last couple of years that she's had, and yeah, it's good to come to a race and make the final.
Well, Kim, we're halfway through this final, and we have a Czech at the top of the leaderboard. She's sitting on a time of 106.24. Can that win a medal, do you think?
I think anything can happen in a final, and we've definitely seen runs like that medal, but I think we've got so many good boats to come, and I'm going to say it's going to go under 100.
Ooh, well.
I hope so.
That would be huge if we could get on at 100. Let's have a listen to our race leader. It is Emily Hilbertova. We'll have a listen in a moment. We're not quite ready yet, but we'll have a word from Emily Hilbertova in just a moment. See what she thinks at the halfway stage of this race. Good crowd come out. Gee, we had a downpour earlier on. It really threw it down. Not for long, but just in the middle of the women's semi-final.
Yeah, I was inside my tent getting changed for my run when the heavens opened.
Yes. I felt sorry for the athletes who were on the course at the time because it was quite torrential. Not long. Here we go. Let's have a listen to Emily Hilbertova, our race leader.
How does it feel to be leading at the halfway stage of the race?
Well, I'm really happy that I'm leading. However, I realized it wasn't a perfect run, so I expect going down. But it's really nice to be still leading. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, of course. It's your home. Does that feel cool to be able to race here in the Czech Republic?
Yeah, it's great. Like, honestly, after the touch, I was trying to push as hard as I could, and the spectators really helped me to do that. So I'm so stoked I could have performed in the final here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you said, Kim, there's Gabby Satkova, who we'll see racing over the weekend. But as you said, the home crowd, the effect that has on the athletes, and it lifted Emily to get down the back half of that course, that run.
Even after the penalty at the top, and she just fought all the way down, and having that crowd behind you makes you just want to do that a little bit extra.
So the athletes to come, Kimberly mentioned the quality. Look at that. Look at that. There is an Olympic gold medalist. That's how an Olympic gold medalist looks, folks.
And world champion.
And world champion. And very, very adept paddler indeed. Normally she would be going off a lot later, so but we saw last week she made a big mistake. And she almost had that gold medal in her hands last week, and she made that big mistake down the bottom. Would that be weighing on her at all, Kim, this week, or do you think she would have put that out of her mind?
I think every top athlete would have put that behind her, and she'll be focused so hard on this run and getting off to a good start. She's so strong and so powerful, and such a lovely girl as well.
She really, really is. The only athlete to go through to the final with a penalty today from the women's draw, so that gives you some idea of the quality of this paddler. Ooh, that's where she got the touch. That's where she got the touch this morning. So
she's improved then, and because that was really good.
Yep. She was bold enough to do exactly the same move, so good on her. So we'll get a split in a moment. I think she's going to be pretty fast. Look at that, 3 seconds up.
Chooses a little bit of a safe option on there, but again, she's so quick, and she's 3 seconds up.
Yeah, I think she'll be very keen to be putting down a time that's going to make paddlers to come like Jessica and Mallory and Monica really thick-hearted. Claudia Zholinska from Poland. Yeah, that's okay. Not the quickest through there, I have to say.
And we see that she's lost a tiny bit of time on the advantage at the top, but she's still so powerful and so quick. And yeah, she's gotten loads better at those tight technical bits over the last few years, and just trying to master that skill.
So Ricarda Funk, who used to suffer from nerves so badly that it really cost her a chance to race at the 2016 Olympics, got on top of it though, turned it all around, and nerves don't seem to be a problem for her at all.
Yeah, she's on a really good run here, and just hoping she can just stick this bottom move, and she's done that really nicely and smooth. And
she's got a 2-second touch. Okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Nor did I, but we'll have a look at the replay in just a moment. But that's still going to put her into the lead. Well and truly. Well and truly. Now she will see what's her reaction to the gate touch. She seems happy. If she didn't agree with the gate touch, I reckon you'd see her maybe pointing the finger, but at this stage, hello Emily, Ricarda Funk is our new leader, and by 2.66 seconds. Here we go.
This spin was world
That
fast. Was
great. She missed that this morning in the semis, but she got it right here. Now is this the touch? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm a bit.
Maybe when she first went in there.
Oh, just with the top blade. That is really good judging from either the gate judges on course or the video judging. I didn't see that at all.
No, to the naked eye we could not pick it up, but she knew, Ricarda, because there was no protesting from her when she crossed the line.
So again, a 101, close to the 100 mark. I'm still hanging on to that.
Wow, yeah. There's the calibre of athlete to be able to do it. Here's one of them, your teammate, Mallory Franklin. She busted her hand in the off season. She told me she smashed it on a bollard at Lee Valley and had to have a bit of an operation done, but it doesn't seem to have affected her paddling at all.
No, it definitely did at the start when she was getting back into a boat, but she's here for the first race of the season, and yeah, she's out here to prove herself in kayak and really take me to the spot onto Paris, and yeah, she's just looking to look to a good start here.
Of course,
she has done that.
You got the gig for Tokyo, of course, in the kayak. She got canoe, so as we know there's great rivalry, and you've got some good young guns coming through as well, Kim, which is exciting to see in the British team.
Yeah, it's exciting, and Mal's just taking that on the sweep, which is what we like to see.
I wish people could see Kimberly sitting next to me. She's riding every gate with Mallory at the moment. She's twisting and turning. She's doing the twists for her. And at this stage, it's a good run, clean and fast for Mallory Franklin.
That was really nice. Just kind of moving there, a bit stalled on the outside there, but
well under Ricarda Funk's time, and Ricarda Funk had a touch at the bottom of the course, so a little bit of a struggle there to get across.
Yeah, she just like had her bowels a bit too up, but like world-class athlete comes out, eyes are directly to where she needs to be next.
Yep. So that was the gate that Ricarda Funk had the touch on. So are we still going to be under the split? This will be very interesting. This is where the race will be won or lost for Mallory Franklin. She's still going to be under the split, I think, just. Well, not just.
This last bit of
now,
move.
can she nail this move? It's a tricky one.
Oh, she's done it quite well. Oh, no.
Yep, no, she's fine. She's fine now. She needs to just get... Oh, a touch. Now, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, she just needs to
She's
paddle
got to paddle hard. She's got to paddle hard. She's not going to be in the number one spot. Oh, Mallory Franklin just not quite.
Yeah, she just like holding on for dear life on, I think it was gate 22, and just couldn't quite keep flat and catch that next little bit.
Just with the back of the head, as she tried to get that was fine. Oh, that was tight. That was very tight. This was good. This was good. She was fine there. Look at that, talking to the post.
And then she's looking directly where she needs to be.
Yep. Focused on the job. This is where she had to bend down, and she could not quite get low enough. Look at that. Oh, just on the shoulder. And that look on her face, she's thinking, bloomin' heck. And Ricarda riding that as well. She knew that that was a big challenge coming her way for the gold medal. And
again, Mallory will be happy to be in the final and be at contention for that gold. And again, anything can happen.
For a first run of the season, a first final of the season. Now, Claudia Zholinska told me the other day she is sick and tired of coming fourth. She does not ever want to be coming fourth again.
She won the World Cup here last year, and she knows this course really well. And again, another exciting paddler, and we'll see what she can do. And
super fast. If she gets it right, she will challenge, because at the moment the top three paddlers all have a gate touch. So the key here, Kimberly, could well be post a clean run, because the top four... Ooh, wow. Do you think she touched? No.
Yes.
Yes, she did. Oh, Kimberly, you should
I didn't want to say anything until they are reviewing it, but just slightly too tight on that exit.
Yeah, so, but anyway, the top three all have a gate touch, so she can still do it. She can still be in the mix for a medal if she...
She was a bit late there and had to go through the gate before turning back for the next one.
So at the moment, they're reviewing that touch, but yeah, that's confirmed, and there's another one on gate 9.
She did a very similar thing to that first upright, and hopefully she can just stay calm and put a really good rest of the run down. Yeah,
so unfortunately though, I don't know that you can get away with 2 gate touches. Maybe 1, but not 2.
Oh,
and there's another one.
The next upright as well. I think she'll be looking to improve her uprights for the next race.
Yes, every upright just about, isn't it? So far she's had a touch on, so she's still got one more to come. So let's hope she gets this one. Here we are. Let's nail this upright, Claudia. Let's get it right. In she goes and gets the one. Do it. How easy can it be? But unfortunately, at least 3 touches. But
yeah, she is quick. Just those penalties and having to spin there, and just getting pushed too back in that gate, and the spirit will be crushed a little bit here, and just trying to still fight to the finish.
Yep, 4 touches, that's impossible in the final. Of this calibre, it is impossible to
she knows.
Yep, it's...
well, with 2 paddlers to go, looks like Ricarda has a medal.
She most certainly does. She is at least, at the very, very least, a bronze medal. But we've got a couple of very good paddlers still to come, including Jessica Fox, who has been in awesome touch with her 2 runs so far this weekend in kayak. Just with a cheek, I think it was, Kim.
Yeah, just putting the exit a little bit too fine, and there's small margins in this sport sometimes when you really want to take those tight lines, and sometimes you can be on the right side of it, sometimes you can't.
But 2 finals in a row now for Claudia Zholinska. I know that she told me the other day she's a perfectionist and she sets high standards for herself, so being in 2 finals won't be enough for her to believe that she should have won a medal.
Yeah, she'll be good in the overall World Cup standings, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Look into next week.
Now, Monica Doria Villarubla, who was very good last week, and in fact finished 7th in the final. Can she challenge for a medal today? It's there for the taking if she's good enough. She needs to be clean. We haven't had many clean runs. In fact, only one so far in this final, and that was from Corinna Kuhnle. She's the only athlete to have gone down without a penalty. So if Monica can hold this together, we know she's fast, but she's just got to stay out of trouble. And she could be in the mix for a medal.
Yeah, she's off to a really good start here, just keeping it nice and smooth, nothing wild, and yeah, getting in touch with Ricky's time there.
And Ricky has a gate touch to come, so that will add 2 seconds at about gate 15, I think, is where Ricky had the touch. So Monica has a little bit of time up her sleeve, but she needs to keep the boat running, and she needs to... That's good. That was good. And now she's in front.
I'm impressed she managed to stay off the pole there.
She's in front now, folks. She is the race leader, but she's got to hold it together. Is she strong enough to be able to finish this combination? This is what's going to be really counting for her as she heads down now to the most difficult part of the course.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay. There's two touches in a row. Unfortunately for Monica Doria Villarubla, in the blink of an eye, there it goes. Everything was tracking so well. Can she pick up and maybe challenge for a bronze though? Let's see what's...
Oh, she's done that really well there. Stayed on top of the water, just a little bit caught on that last
Oh, and another touch with a face plant on the gate, and that's never pleasant. But disappointment. She can't believe it. She cannot believe that she threw that away, but a smile. Happy to be there in the final, and Ricarda now and Mallory both have medals.
Yeah.
And it's a nice feeling. You've been there, Kim, standing there knowing you've got a medal tucked away already, just wondering what colour it's going to be.
Yeah, I do remember.
I've been standing there with you before, and you've, as you ride those last few athletes home, wondering what colour your medal's going to be. But that rivalry that exists between Ricarda and Jessica Fox, we're going to see that play out once again. It's such an incredible rivalry in this sport.
Yeah, well, number 1 and 2, pretty sure they both have the same points as well to be ranked.
Well, Jessica missed the final last week, didn't she, of course, which was a big shock. Ricarda finished 5th with a big mistake last week, so either way, one of these two athletes is going to bounce back in the best way possible. There's Mum. Mum's a bit nervous. That's of course Miriam Fox. And Jessica Fox on course. She has to go under 103.58.
She definitely did that in the semi-final.
She did.
She kept it really smooth and calm and made it look a little bit too easy.
Well, I think she slowed down at the finish line, and she also maybe took it quite conservative for a couple of the moves she made. Yeah, that's good. She's good so far.
Oh, a little bit sticky around there. Didn't quite get the smooth out of the wave, but again, a really fast athlete, and she took that on that final run there, and wow, again. So, I'm speechless.
Yeah, I mean, Ricarda's time of 103.58 includes a touch, so don't forget that. So if Jess Fox can maintain this pace and stay clean, the gold medal will be hers, because she is on track time-wise. Ooh, gee, this is the pressure that you have in a final. You've got to take some risks, and Jess Fox can do it. Whoa, look at that time, folks. She is well on track here. She needs to just stay calm, keep it together.
Oh, nice.
Everything's really good so far. It's all tracking well for her. The Australian Jessica Fox. It's late at night in Australia. You've stayed up late to watch your girl paddle. You've stayed up late to see her go for gold. And here she goes. She's got a handful of gates to go, but 3 of them are the most difficult gates on the course. And here she comes. How will she go with this? Look at that time. It's hard to believe that somebody could paddle that quick. Let's see this combination.
So well there.
She's done it.
And she's going to go for gold here.
Oh my God, this is your gold.
Under 100.
This is your gold medalist. She's going to go under 100.
Yes.
Don't worry about that. She's going to smash this time. Look at that. Unbelievable.
Wow. And I have a feeling that these 2 World Cups are part of their Olympic selections as well. And yeah, Jess will be really, really happy with that after last week.
It's nice to see the Australian support team smiling too, but wow, what a phenomenal effort. I mean, Kimberly, as somebody who paddles this, you must really appreciate what she's done there.
I felt like I was just making noises throughout that run, but it was incredible to watch, and the pressure of going off last, and she's done it so many times, and she can put amazing runs down, like last weekend in Augsburg in her C1, and yeah, amazing to see someone do under 100, and I did say it was under 100 for that win. And
you did.
Yeah, unfortunately the other girls probably got those lines a tiny bit wrong and couldn't quite put a great performance down, but hats off to Ricky and Mallory both making the final and getting a medal too.
Yeah, Jess Fox's 98.95. That would not have looked out of place in the men's semi, by the way.
It's pretty tight racing on Prague in every class, and yeah, great to see.
I mean, look at that. That's a 4.6 seconds. Even Ricarda, she has to laugh. She can't believe. She's going, what the heck? How can I compete with that? How can you compete with a time like that? And as you said, Kim, last week I thought that was one of her best C1 runs I've seen for a long time.
Definitely.
Today, that's one of the best K1 runs I've seen. She won a lot of... Let's have a listen to Jess Fox. Let's hear what she's got to say.
Congratulations, Jess. How does it feel to take the win here?
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm thrilled with that race. I think it was like attacking it from start to finish, and I knew that the last 3-4 gates were really challenging and really tricky, so I had to stay focused till the end, and I'm just so happy and blown away by that time.
Definitely. Were you nervous since last World Cup wasn't exactly what you were looking for?
Yeah, I really wanted to make the final today and just paddle well and enjoy paddling here and put down some good runs, and it's always a pleasure. I really felt the crowd, so thank you so much to all the fans who were pushing and cheering. It was amazing, as well as my teammates, so yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That was an amazing run. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's such a great ambassador for the sport, knows who to thank, and thanking the Czech locals, and they appreciate it. They appreciate being loved as well, the Czech fans, for coming out. But what a show they've seen. Let's have a look at the rest. What about the rest of the athletes there? Some interesting results, Kimberly?
Yeah, unfortunately Czechs couldn't quite get their athlete on the podium. They were very close, but yeah, and hit the World Cup standards as well, like 2 Germans on top.
Yeah, Funk.
And Jess is back there in the top 10 with that win, an incredible run, and yeah, I'm really excited for the rest of the season.
We really, really are. It's going to be very exciting. We've got so much great racing to come. That was such an awesome final, and I think it really does augur well for the World Cups we've got coming up. We've got Tucson coming up, which I think from memory, you've done all right at Tucson in the past, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Unfortunately, I'm not going to Tarsen next week.
You are kidding me. What the heck?
It's a little bit too much time away with leading into the European Games, so gotta go home, see some family, and
watch it on recast.
Yes, definitely.
Watch it on recast.
I'll be glued to the screen.
Excellent stuff. Kim, as always, we love having you in the commentary box. I would prefer to be watching you and calling you in the final. So if I don't see you again in the commentary box this year, I will not take offence. But thank you so much for giving us your insights and being part of the commentary today. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
That's a Team GB Olympian and previous medalist for World Cups, and just outstanding all-round paddler, Kimberly Woods there. We're not going to be in Tucson. I'm very disappointed we're not going to see her in Tucson next week, but it'd be nice to know she's watching. Well, what more can we say about that final? It was just absolutely unbelievable. But now we turn our focus to the men's, and let's have a look at another man with his eye on Paris.
Hello everyone, I'm Giovanni De Gennaro from Italy. I'm 30 years old and I hope to see you in Paris. I've never been the guy that was dreaming to go to the Olympics. I was just doing sport because I liked it. And when I actually had the chance to go, I started to appreciate and to realize what Olympics mean. And it was something bigger than what I ever expected. and you feel part of the sports community and not just about the kayaking community. So now I'm even more excited and more enthusiastic about that. For Italy to have someone competing in canoe slalom is something that can really help the movement. I feel lucky because I get the chance to be seen from not only fans and kayakers, but also from common people on TV. And I hope that this will help kids get closer to our sport and to get the chance to paddle and enjoy this sport.
So the words of Giovanni De Gennaro, who will be in action in just a moment in this final. There he sits on top of the World Cup standings, courtesy of his gold medal last week in Augsburg. Can he do the same today? Well, gee, he's got 3 Czechs up against him. That's hard enough. But there's also some other really, really top-class athletes in this final. To cast his learned eye over the lineup, Fredrik Wahlen from Sweden joins me again in the commentary box. First of all, that run by Jess Fox, you were waterside watching it.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was amazing run. Good to see.
Really, really good to see, and just reminding us of the quality of this athlete. But gee, this final, 3 Czechs, it's going to be tough for anyone to knock these guys off.
Definitely, but we also have the youngster we talked about in the semi-final making it into the final, so it will be very interesting to see.
I think that's what makes this final really interesting. We've got some of the experienced hands like this man, Hannes Agner, 2 Olympic bronze medalists. 2 Olympic bronze medals, and we've got a couple of other guys in there as well who are world-class athletes, and we've got some young guns who will be on centre stage in just a moment. So can their nerves hold up on probably, Fredrik, one of the biggest stages in canoe slalom, because the crowd, look at that, you can see them in the background.
Yeah, I walked and watched the course from the riverside, and the crowd is there and cheering for everyone, and especially the Czech, of course.
I think that's what makes the crowd here so good, is that they do cheer for everyone. It's not just the Czechs. I mean, they love getting behind Jess. They love getting behind Ricarda Funk, and they'll be right behind Giovanni. Now, maybe not wholeheartedly, because they've got 3 of their own to come.
Yeah.
And they know that Hannes Agner is a big threat to them.
Definitely. And he's staying clean so far, which is a key that we've talked about earlier as well. And staying good in the connection with the water and the flow. We'll see. I think it's not as fast as Jiri's run in the semi-final.
So Jiri's run in the semi-final was 90.47, which was pretty exceptional.
It was very good.
I would like to see, I mean, we saw the women go under 100, or it was Jess. She was the only one who went under 100, but it would be nice to see one of the men go under 90 here. It's not going to be Hannes Agner, though.
No, he had some smaller mistakes during the run. He was not as smooth everywhere, but yeah, he's the first one go, and now we'll see what the other can do. We saw in the women's final that there were some mistakes and touches, so yeah, anything can happen.
In fact, in the women's final, there was only 2 athletes who had a clean run. Jess was one of them, and Corinna Kuhnle was the other.
Yeah, so
all the rest had at least 1 touch, which made it tough for them, and may well have played a big part in the final standings. But that's the way it goes. The good paddlers can get down fast and clean, and that's what's at stake here.
Yeah, and now we see some great shots from the run of Hannes. Like, good picture here.
Yeah, you can see the determination on this man's face. He's very determined to get to another Olympics.
Yes.
He's been to a couple. He'd like a different colour medal. He quite likes bronze, but he prefers silver or gold. It's much more useful for him, he said.
Yeah.
So he will be hoping to get to Paris. Looks like there's still a little bit of rain out there.
Yeah, it came during the women's final, and it doesn't stop the crowd.
No, they're still here. Now, could we have an Australian double? It's been a long, long time. I don't, in fact, remember in my time if we've had an Australian golden double in the men and the women. Could today be the way? We know Lucien Delfour is fast.
That we know for sure.
So he has a lot of moving parts, and he's got that bobblehead that you see on the dashboard of people's cars, because he's look at that.
Yes, he's flying.
The man is he's like Jiri Prskavec. There's not a lot of him, but he is like super fast and super powerful across the water. Just look at that.
Yes, and how to do a double spin. Yes. this will cost him some time. And now we will see.
Don't forget, the time Jiri Prskavec had in the semi-final was a 92.5. You'd think you'd have to be somewhere near that to be in the medals.
Yeah, he's still up on the time, but he's definitely lost some time up there. Now he needs to almost again not coming all the way into the upstream.
Just a couple of sticky points for Lucien Delfour on this course. Of course, he's a two-time Olympian himself. Very, very keen to get to Paris next year. He's got a lot of family who will be there watching, I'm sure.
Definitely. And still up on the time. Now he comes to the last trickies.
Oh, rides that.
Yes.
He rode that well, didn't he?
He did it really well.
Got a good kick there. He's going to be, well, this time's going to be all right. He's going to be around the 93, which is a very, very good time. Oh, no, he slips out a bit.
Yeah.
But still. 94.52. That's
just right. 8-9 position in the semi-final. But yeah, he's in the lead, and we will see.
It's a time to beat.
It's a time to beat.
It's a time to beat, and we know in the final there's that little bit of extra pressure, Frederick, and that's what's going to be playing on the minds of the next athletes.
Yep.
We've got a lot more paddling to go in this final. Lucien Delfour would be pretty happy he had a clean run. He's had problems in the past in the big races. That's where he lost that, probably a second.
Yeah, he had some small mistakes, so the other can definitely go faster if they stay clean and without the bigger mistakes. But still, it's a time to beat.
Yep. Indeed it is, and a clean run, as I said, he's had his troubles in the past in finals, just keeping him out of trouble. But he'd be very happy now just to have that clean run and the chance. Certainly he'd be very happy to try and be pushing for a top 5 finish, and I think he's well and truly in the mix for a top 5 finish with that time.
Definitely.
But the question will be, David Laurent, with his shirt on this time.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yes, we will see.
Family audience and all that sort of stuff. Here he goes.
He was not in Augsburg, so he's first World Cup race this year, and he's in the final, which is a very good start for him. We will see how he can do in this final.
Looking super strong and super powerful already on the water for David Laurent. We know what he's capable of. We've seen in the past that he can be really, really strong in tough conditions. At the moment, he's made a really good, strong start here. It's nice and smooth. A bit slow, though.
Yeah, he has not been the...
Oh, that's going to be a tough one for the judges.
Yeah, he's staying clean so far, but he has not the fastest way down. He's a bit sticky and losing a bit of time here and there, but he's gaining some time in the second split.
The judges had it easy for the top part, for the first couple of athletes, but now they've got their work cut out. David Laurent struggling across to get across there as well. So
yeah, he got his nose in too deep into the water, so it stopped him instead of getting the speed over.
So this is not, unfortunately, going to be this is not going to be a time.
Oh, he's
unfortunately,
slipping away from him.
Well, he's a second and a half down, but Lucien Delfour was quite good here.
Yeah.
That's a good combination.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Maybe we've gone too early on this. I think he's going to be outside.
Yeah, he will drop
to
the last place, maybe third. Yes.
And a review at the top. We might see a replay of that in just a moment. Jesse thanks the Czech crowd, though, for their support. They are wonderful. They do support everybody, which
they do. And I
so
think he made it, but we will see now. Yeah, I think he's inside.
I think he's okay.
Yeah, I think so, but we will see what the judges. They have a lot of camera angles and...
Just out of shot there, you can't quite see their popcorn and chop tops.
Yeah.
But they'll be ready to deliver their verdict in just a moment. But I think, as you called it, Frederick, I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see. And
it's not going to make any difference, though, because
no,
he is still not going to be checked. Yes, penalty removed. Thank you very much, says David. I'm happy about that. I'd like to remove a few more seconds from my time, if that's possible.
Yeah, he had a few too many mistakes during his run, but good to see him in the final, first race of the year for him. So,
Yep.
great start.
And again, another one of these countries that has a lot of quality paddlers vying for one position. Here's another one, the first of our Czechs. Listen to these crowd, folks. World champion from last year. He loves this course. He's so good, isn't he? Seems to be. He almost flies across the water.
Yeah, he has a very nice style. I really like when I'm watching to learn, I really like to look at Vit. He's so smooth and good places in the gate, moves with the water, and look at that upstream, just in and out. And the spin, keeping the speed. Very nice start from Vit. World rank number 1.
Yes, that was
very
okay.
tight. Yeah, it was okay, but very tight.
Yep. So
again, so fast. Look at that.
he's just really riding the edges at the moment, trying to get every available.
That's fast.
Every available move he can out of the boat, and he is really nailing some of these really tricky moves at the moment too.
Yeah, staying clean is important, and now he's up.
Really in the middle of the course, it's really coming together for him this run now. He just needs to hold it together for the finish and stay clean. He's coming up now for the tricky part of the course, and this is where we've seen some very good athletes make some big mistakes here. Vit Prindis, though, he knows this course. He dreams about this course at night time. So.
Yeah, and it's important to get the speed here, and he really does. So he has a good setup now to make this combination well.
We're going to see a time close to 90 seconds here.
That's good. Come on.
We're going to see a time under 90 seconds, folks. Don't worry about 90 seconds. We're talking about 89. Oh, yeah, just.
Yes.
Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. He says.
What a run.
Thank you very much for coming out and seeing me post. Yes, I love you too.
And the crowd. They were really cheering on him all the way down.
They're so excited, they're even holding their flags backwards. That's how excited they are. They didn't even realise it. But what a great performance.
Yes.
Is that enough for a gold medal? Let's put down the challenge to his teammates.
Yeah, I think that is, could be hard to beat, but there's some really fast guys coming down soon.
Well, Jiri Prskavec, who is the pre-race favourite, he will probably have to go in the 90 with gold today.
Yeah.
Which would be incredible.
And we also had Giovanni, who won the World Cup last weekend.
And we have some young guns.
Yeah.
We've got some young guns who we know how fast they are. We know how exciting they are. But Vit Prindis, well, he has laid down the challenge, and the crowd, look at that, the crowd love a local.
Yeah, they do.
Good on you, Vit, they're saying. Look at that, I'm holding my flag backwards, but it doesn't matter. I'm still cheering for you.
Yeah.
Vit Prindis.
What a run.
Fantastic run. And he's happy about it too. As he should do. Okay, check out my muscles. Says, do you reckon they've grown in the last months? Yeah. Now, Martin Dugard, he keeps pretending that he's surprised by his runs, how good they are. But we're not falling for that trick anymore, Martin Dugard, because we know you're in very good form.
Yes, and he's a very dynamic paddler, and he can put down some really nice run, and we'll see if he can hold it together the whole way down.
He's the athlete who can. Nice moves.
Yes, very good.
A bit of a shuffle going on there, a bit of a Lido shuffle happening there for Martin Dugard through that gate. Nice, look at that. Ooh.
Yes, very nice. Keeping the speed out of the exit.
And he's up on Vit Prindis' time, so although Prindis was a little bit slow at the top and was quick in the middle. So
yes.
At the moment, he certainly cannot make a mistake to beat a time of 90.55. You have to be clean.
Yes, and he's just doing that and delivering very well in touch with Vit.
Wow. It's there. It's there for the taking. Martin Dugard, how good are you, my friend?
That's very fast.
Do good, do very good.
Yes.
We're going to have to change his name in a moment if he keeps this up, because it's a cracking run.
It is a cracking run.
Is he going to silence the Swiss fans straight at the Czech fans? Ooh.
Oh, look at that. He's going for it.
He really, really is. Now the fan... Oh, look at that. It's coming down to the line.
Now he needs to do this well, and
Martin Duguid.
Yes, this will be close.
It's going to be super close. 90.55.
It will be so close.
He's going to go under it. He's going to be our new leader. Oh, no, he's not.
Half a
Just
second.
outside.
Yes, but it was so good run. What a run again. We're seeing some good runs now.
We really, really are. That was a super run. Maybe just lost a little bit on the last.
Yeah, he didn't get the speed from the last gate.
No.
I think that Vit had a little bit better exit from the last gate and could push a bit more, and maybe there's the time. Very good run.
Fredrik, when you see a run like that and it's not good enough to take the gold, you know that there's some quality out there on the water.
Yeah, and there's still very good kayakers coming down, so this is not over yet.
Nope, we're halfway through the final hour. Leader at the halfway stage, potentially 1 foot on the top podium already, is Mr. Vit Prindis from the Czech Republic. Let's have a listen to Vit Prindis as he assesses where he's standing right now at a time of 90.55 seconds.
How does it feel to be leading the chart here?
It's perfect. I was hoping for when I was at the start line, and during the run I just feel the flow. I was just trying to be precise everywhere. I was pretty slow in the last stopper. I think that I lost some time there, but otherwise I'm super happy with my run, and I really enjoyed here before my home crowd.
Yeah, you could hear the crowd while you were paddling.
Yeah, it was actually, especially at the finish line, and I felt them, and it gives me some energy, which I really needed.
Yeah, you want to tell them something in Czech?
Strašně moc vám všem děkuju, že jste dorazili takhle v pátek odpoledne, jste úžasný. Ještě nekončíme, ještě 5 kluků na startu, tak je všechny ženy do cíle. Díky.
Thank you.
They'll love that. They will love that, the Czech fans. They've come out here, they've braved the weather, it's been a little bit wet, but look at them. This is the Czech fans. They love their slalom, don't they, Fredrik?
They do. They come here every year supporting their home paddlers, and they cheer for everyone, and that's so good to see. And the noise is so high out there, and I think you can really feel it when you're on the water.
Well, and the thing is, the 5 paddlers to come, they might be trying to avoid hearing what's happening, but they would have just heard the voice of Vit Prindis, and that, I'm sure, will send a shiver down their spine, knowing that he's sitting there at the top of the leaderboard right now.
Yeah, and with a very good time as well, that you need to perform your absolute best to beat that, that's for sure.
Well, we've got to come. Let's have a look. We've got 2 of the biggest names in the history of canoe slalom. Giovanni De Gennaro, he'll be the next man on the water, and Jiri Prskavec. And we've got 3 young guns. You know, they could do something crazy brave today, Fredrik, and they could actually blow this final out of the water.
Yeah, and Jakub Krejci from Czech, he could do something magical, and yeah, we'll see.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a mix. It's going to be a mix of the sage, respected views and thoughts of a paddler of the experience of Giovanni De Gennaro up against somebody with not a care in the world like Titouan Castryck or Jonny Dickson or Jakub Krejci. Let's see how they go. Giovanni De Gennaro is on the water. He won last week in Augsburg. Can he back it up today in Prague and break the hearts of the Czech fans? They might, I'm sure, but they prefer to have a home win.
Yeah, I think they love when the Czech win, but we will see now. He's up on the split, and he's doing a great job of keeping it control, keeping it fast, keeping it smooth.
Giovanni De Gennaro hoping to get to Paris next year for the Olympics. He told me then that might be it for him. He might put the paddle away, but I don't believe anybody anymore when they tell me that, because then they turn up in the next season and there they are paddling away. So
yeah, and he's paddling with very much confidence this year, and so fast and strong. I think this could be a challenge for the lead.
Well, he's clean. That's the most important thing at the moment. There are no penalties, and he is going fast, and the boat is moving. It's continuing to move. It's just, that was
very
nice.
good, very good.
So let's check his split now. He's just outside, so he needs to pick it up here. He needs to do this perfectly.
Yes, and Vit said that he felt he was a bit slow, and Giovanni is really, this will be so tight. I think he can maybe.
I think he's under. I think he's under. Yeah, just outside. Can you believe it?
It was so close.
Can you believe it? I think Vit sold us a pup there. I think he's making that up. That he lost time because Giovanni nailed that move.
That was very good. That was impressive.
He nailed that move. And if Vit Prindis reckons he lost time there, I'd like to see where.
Yes.
I'd roll the tape. I'd like to see where he lost that time. But that was a really smooth move from Giovanni. And
it was. And this final turns out to be a very good one. The top 3 boats, the top 4 boats.
Top 3 boats are all within a second. All within a second of each other. And just 0.27 of a second between Vit Prindis and Giovanni De Gennaro. And my, this has put some pressure on some young heads who are about to take off.
Apart from David, they all stay clean as well. So that's important today. Oh, yeah. That expression, and that well.
Yeah, the face tells it all, doesn't it?
It does.
He'll be. He said, really, where did I lose that point? 0.27 of a second. What could I have done to make myself go 0.27 of a second?
That's not
faster?
much. Nope. That's the blink of an eye.
Really, really is. Jakub Castryck, the young gun, the future.
Yeah.
The future for Czech K1 paddling. So much to look forward to with this young man.
Yeah, he has both technique and physics, and will be very interesting to see what he brings to the future.
Could today, Frederick Wahlen, could today be the day that he stands up and says, don't you worry about the old guns, start respecting me because I'm the new kid on the block and I'm here to stay?
Yeah, could definitely be. He's really going for it in the beginning of the course, and he's little mistake there, and a touch.
No, this is the pressure. This is the pressure that you feel in a final. And I don't know that with the gate touch you can challenge for Vit Prindis' time. Oh, and that's a tough one for the judges as well.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not quite getting the speed now that he needs.
No, he's had a few too many mistakes, and the touch will be very costly when the final has started so good for the others.
So Jakub Castryck now, the crowd still getting behind their local lad, giving him a lot of support. They love the young paddlers here. They know that this is a man they're going to cheer for many years to come.
Yeah, and it gives energy to the paddlers as well when they come down to the finish where you need the energy. And now he needs to do really well here. Oh, it's too close. He's losing time.
Unfortunately for Jakub Castryck, that's going to cost him a medal as well. So disappointing for him in front of the home crowd, but he worked really, really hard. And don't worry about that. There's a lot for him to get excited about in the future, and a lot for the Czech fans to get excited about as well, because he is super exciting.
Yeah, he did well, but he has the future in front of him. So
yep. He's early 20s, I think. He's 22.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
And he did really well, except from the touch. Lost some time there in the end, where we have seen so many in the semi-final had mistakes.
No, the thing is, Frederick, how wonderful would it be for a young guy like this to be able to paddle alongside the likes of Jiri Prskavec and Vit Prindis every week, and to be just learning and soaking up that expertise that they bring with their paddling. I mean, what a wonderful head start this guy's got on his career.
Oh yeah, he can learn so much from these guys, and I think in the Czech community they are very helpful and sharing with each other, so I think he can learn so much from them. And I see a lot of Czech paddlers, they are very happy with each other, and the team spirit is high, so I think that's great.
Yeah, Jonny Dickson, I can almost hear his heart pounding from here. That's how much this man is excited about being in a final. I think he's the shock finalist for sure. When you look down the top 10, nobody would have predicted Jonny Dickson's name would be there, and here he is throwing out a challenge to some of the biggest names in our sport. Jonny Dickson from Team GB. What can you do, my friend?
Yes, he's having a good start, but slipping a bit from the split there.
So down a little bit time-wise, but
still looking good and clean. That's important, and whipping around the upstream.
I think from memory, Frederick, of all the athletes, he nailed that move at the bottom better than anyone.
Yeah,
and I think he almost went through as though the gates weren't there.
Yeah.
If he can do that again here, he might be able to pick up some time and get in the mix for a medal.
Yeah, I mean, he's really going for it. You can tell that he's giving it all on the water.
So Jonny Dickson from Team GB. No Joe Clark in the final, so Jonny Dickson carrying the hopes of the British fans at the moment. They'll be super excited to see another name up there in a final. Gives them something to bank on for the future, much the same as the Czechs.
Yes, and he delivered really well here again, but I think the time is slipping away from him. He will finish just outside. Yeah,
that's
still a great run, a good time, 93.
A great run in a final.
Yeah, for the youngster.
For Jonny Dickson. What it means, of course, is that Vit Prindis now has a medal.
Yeah.
So the Czechs will have something to cheer about when the medal presentation happens. The only question will be, what colour will that medal be? Because we have one of the most exciting young paddlers on the planet today about to take off. And then we have, well, just an Olympic gold medalist, that's all.
Yeah, one of the best paddler of all time. And as we know, he has also started with C1 and doing really well there with the medal last weekend. So Jiri is really impressive, and
yeah, and he got through today to the semi-finals in the C1 again. So
exactly. So yeah,
it's quite annoying actually how someone can be so bloody good.
Yes, but there's a lot of training with that. So and he's practicing since a kid. He was a kid, so yeah.
A bit of fingernail chewing going on now amongst the French fans because Titouan Castryck is about to, he's got a bit of excess phlegm in the gob, which he's just removing. There we go, another one. Ready to go now though, but nothing left to spit. Oh, face full of the water, that's not that clean. But he's underway now. This is excitement, folks. This is a guy that I think is going to light up canoe slalom arenas for many years to come. Just seems to be so smooth over the water.
He is, and he is young and has no fear, and yeah, it's so impressive to see him going down the course. And yeah, look at that.
Wow, that is a good combination.
Keeping it in control and lightning fast.
Nice, everything's going well so far. Everything's working like clockwork. Titouan Castryck.
Very nice there as well. Height around the poles, that was okay. Now he needs to turn around.
Yes, good.
Very good, and now it comes a bit tricky combination with the couple of gates here. Staying very direct, which is good.
Keeping the judges on their toes, which is also good. We don't want them having a sneaky afternoon siesta.
And here he keeps the speed over and in and out. Very good.
Wow, this has been a good run. Ooh, this has been a very good run so far from Titouan Castryck from France. I think he's 19 years of age, so still just a teenager.
Yeah.
And he is giving this final a real shake.
Yes, he's a bit down now, 1 second, but yeah, he can make it now.
Can he do here? Can he do something special? Oh, no, just stuck a little bit there, unfortunately.
Yes, he will be just outside the 90. Second, 90.
Maybe in the bronze position, is he? Just
fourth. It's so close in the top. So good run still.
Oh, again, Vit Prindis, you're not fooling anyone, my friend, telling us you got stuck in that stopper. Nobody believes you. Nobody believes what you say, because I think you were fine, because nobody's been able to pick up time on you.
No, but that was a very good run, and he's a second away from Vit, and that's a fourth place, which is
and Giovanni De Gennaro, another medal.
Yeah, very good.
2 World Cups, 2 medals.
Yeah.
Pretty stoked. What colour will it be, though?
Yes.
Vit Prindis, well, I'll tell you what we know. Frederick, you can take this to the bank. The Czechs have a gold medal.
That's for sure.
The Czechs have a gold medal. The question is, Who will it go to?
Yeah.
Will it go to that man there, Vit Prindis, or will it go to Jiri Prskavec, Olympic gold medalist? One of them is going to send this crowd into raptures.
I think Jiri can really do it, but I think now I put my money on Vit.
Oh, Vit's so excited he dropped his water. I mean, that's how excited he is. He can't even hang on to it. Yeah, pick it up. That's how excited he was. Couldn't even hold anything properly. Righto.
Yeah.
Here's a man who we know he eats pressure for breakfast.
Yeah. It'll be very good to see this run.
Yeah, this is going to be something special. Can he go under 90 seconds, folks? Can he do it? I learned from his wife during the break that is the sign of a love heart. It's not I've got big ears, it's a love heart.
Yes, for the fans.
For the fans. And apparently his cousin, who he's got some running bet with or something that he is.
Oh, that is so good.
Ooh, Jiri Prskavec. Let's have a look at the first split time because that's what it's all about here. And he is going to be under. Oh no, he's going to be just out. So.
Oh, that's also good.
Jiri Prskavec, he is skating across the water here, folks. The time he's got to go under is 90.55. It's going to have to be one of the best runs he's ever put down on this Prague course because Vit Prindis has really nailed it today. So Jiri Prskavec skates through those gates though.
Ooh. Very impressive so far from Jiri.
He would have been looking straight at the crowd then, and they were looking at him and they were saying, "Go, you good thing."
And they give him all the energy from the crowd.
Listen to them, folks. I hope you can hear it at home. That is the Czech fans who are cheering their hero, their Olympic hero, Jiri Prskavec.
It will be so tight. Yeah, he's up a second.
He is up, so can he nail this move? Has he got it? Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Oh, yes.
Jiri Prskavec. Here is your gold medalist, folks. Olympic gold medal 1 year, World Cup gold medal at home in front of his crowd, under 90 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, wow, that was a run.
Well, yes, we love you too, Jiri Prskavec. What a run, under pressure. Under 90, Frederick, you said it at the start, my friend, under 90 seconds, and look at that, that is your gold medalist. Now they've got the flag sorted out, we've got it the right way now, that's good. There's the wife there, the kids, they're 2 and 4 years old now, they'd be over the moon. Look at Dad, he's run again, can you believe it? Does he ever get beat?
That was such a good run, and what a good final as well. All our top 5 is so good runs, every one of them.
Every single one of them, and fantastic to see some young guns throwing it out there, but in the end, these tired old eyes have seen it all. Jiri Prskavec just knowing how to get the job done on his home course where he knows every droplet of water in this river.
Yeah, and he had full control of the last tricky gates, so he could manage them and keep the boat speed high and push to the finish line. And yeah, what a nice run.
Going under the 90 seconds, which is, we saw Jess Fox go under the 100, which was incredible in the women's final, and now in the men's we've also seen something special. We've seen Jiri Prskavec go under the 100. Look at Vit Prindis. He appreciates quality when you see it.
Yeah.
He knows that he's been beaten by a very, very good athlete.
Yeah, and Czech 1 and 2.
Yeah, just what we wanted. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse ears, aka I love you. We love you too, Jiri Prskavec. Great for the sport. And just so passionate with that.
Oh, it's running a lot, raining a lot.
Look at that, only one mistake in the whole final.
Yeah.
That's good tackling.
It was very good paddling from everyone.
I think we're about to hear from our gold medalist, Jiri Prskavec. I'm sure he'll be very happy with what has happened. There's confirmation of the standings, with Giovanni De Gennaro still at the top, courtesy of his bronze medal today. But let's have a listen to our gold medalist, Jiri Prskavec, from the Czech Republic.
Congratulations, you've won again in your home. How does that feel?
Oh, it's awesome. My teammate Vit, he was starting pretty early in the finals, and I, of course, heard his time, and I knew that it's really high, and it has to be super good run, and I'm so happy I achieved it. I think I didn't have the best first spin, and then I had to push hard, but the line was awesome, and I I gained some time, so I'm really happy.
Good. Congrats. Do you want to say something in Czech? Congrats.
Díky moc všem, kteří fandili. Vždycky je to strašná podpora, když dorazíte do Troji. Ještě jednou vám moc děkuju a doufám, že se vidíme zítra. Ahoj.
Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic. We don't believe a word they say, do we, Frederick, when he says I've made a little mistake or I lost some time. I didn't see it.
No, it was a very good run, and I think he's one of those guys that hears that Vit has done a very good run, and he just builds on that and he lives for the pressure, like you said. He loves it, and he loves the challenge, and that's what you have to do when you start a final run.
And the good athletes, they enjoy that challenge. You know, I think if he had been sitting at the top of the course knowing that the best time was a 95, he would have been really disappointed that he had nothing to beat and then he couldn't. So I think he's the sort of athlete who just thinks, great, I've got a challenge here, I've got to go out over 90s, under 90 to win a gold medal.
Yeah,
bring it on.
And then he goes for it and leaves nothing out there.
We've been treated to some great paddling today. We've been treated to a great men's final. I tell you what, it whets the appetite for the rest of the season, doesn't it? For the K1, we're going to see some top-level racing from some... You know, I'm excited, Frederick, about some of the young guns here. There's Jonny Dickson there from GB. We saw Titouan Castryck. We saw Jakub Kratschky from the Czech Republic. I'm just excited about where we are with this sport at the moment. It's a super time to be a Canoe Slalom fan.
Definitely will be very interesting for the rest of the season, and like we talked about the Worlds later on as well, where the quota is, and yeah, we have a good season ahead.
We most certainly do. Frederick, thank you so much again, mate. We really do appreciate having you in the commentary box, because your insights and your knowledge of this sport is second to none, and it really adds a lot to quality. So thanks, mate, so much for coming in and giving up your time so generously. As I said to Kimberly, if we don't see you again in the commentary box all year, I'll be happy, because it means you'll be out there racing and I'll be calling your racing. So if you can do that, that'd be good, because I'd much rather see you out in the final than sitting in the commentary box.
Yeah, I will do my best to stay out of here.
Thank you at home for your enjoying us today. I hope that you've enjoyed the coverage more than anything, and that for joining us for what we think has been some fantastic canoe slalom. We'll be back tomorrow with men's and women's canoe finals. Some quality racing expected there as well. Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Congratulations, Jess. How does it feel to take the win here?
Amazing.